I see a lot of people getting really hyped for this game, but we have to remember that this is the first iteration of F1 Manager 2022. Now, from what we have seen, it looks good, and it also seems like they have given us a lot more than we expected originally in some categories. For example, the graphics. The graphics looks amazing. I never expected that. But we need to remember that not everything will be in this first game. We cannot expect it to be like Football Manager 2022. You see, those development teams have had years to develop and build on their original game and engine. So let's talk about what to expect, what will be in the game for sure, and what will not be in the game for sure. Starting with what will be in the game. Safety car and virtual safety car. Now, this is a given. You can't have a race without a safety car and a virtual safety car, but they've done it to the way where it will work exactly like the safety car in F1. On the first live stream, it did not work the same way as a real safety car, but they have came out with a statement and said that they have fixed this. Now, we will see in the game if this is true or not, but I do believe it's been fixed. Red flags. Now, this is a F1 game that have a red flags for the first time in years. I think 2004 or something like that was the last time. I could be wrong, though I'm not 100% sure about that, but red flags, it's a very exciting thing to think about, because this will give so much more in the strategy of a race and things like that basically. So I'm excited for that one. Changing weather conditions. Now, this is starting a race in dries and it starts to rain and the rain goes away, the track starts to dry up. Obviously, this is again a small one, but so important one to add in the game, and luckily it is going to be in the game. Now, track and air temperatures. This is great. This is amazing that they have added this in. I mean, it's a real thing in F1 with engine overheating on hot weekends, and the tires get more worn out depending on temperatures and things like that. So this is a really nice one to see in the game. Just a quick reminder, guys, you can join the crew. The link to the Discord will be in the description, and you guys can go and vote on what team I should pick for my first YouTube series. McLaren is in the lead at the moment, but you guys can still change that. Now, next one. Track, rubber and grip. Now, track, rubber, I'm not exactly sure what they mean with this. Is it like those little marbles that start to lay on the outside of a turn because of the tires, that little rubber marbles? Or do they mean with track rubber the way that the car keep going around the track and the track starts to get like a layer of rubber on top of it, making the grip more? Maybe that's what they mean, I'm not sure, but either one of them will be pretty damn cool, so I'm happy that it's in. Car setups, this is a simple one. You set up your car to make your driver more confident and get a little bit of a performance boost out of it. Tire, fuel and ERS management. Now, this is management. It's a management game. Obviously, there's going to be tire, fuel and ERS management. I think the way they've done it is pretty damn good. The way they give you info on everything and things like that. I believe in the last live stream there were a little bit of a problem with the ERS, but since then they have made a statement saying that they will look at this. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm not sure about this one, okay? All the drivers from F1 all the way through to F3 will be in the game. This is amazing. And also regen. So as soon as someone retires from the drivers, a new regen or new gen will come into the system, start at F3 and work his way up. So then there's accidents, driver mistakes and penalties. Now, we have not seen a lot about penalties and how that will work and what penalties will be in the game and things like that. But driver mistakes and accidents, I've seen a few clips, I've seen in the live stream, I've watched all the YouTube videos, and it seems like it's going to be done in a good way. I was scared that it might only be animations and the cars will get kind of stuck in the same type of crash every time, but it seems like it's a little bit more random or like unpredictable, the accidents and mistakes that will happen. Then there's the broadcast quality in game, which will be exactly like or will be like the F1 TV with the tabs and the things you can see. It looks amazing. The way the camera angles are set up is the same as you see it on TV, so that's very cool. I think it's amazing. Then obviously full race weekend, practice qualifying race, real team radios with 25,000 lines from real races. This is insane. It's at least, hopefully it's not going to get old and repetitive, so but I mean with 25,000 lines, I don't think it will. Then there's the real F1 tracks and teams. Obviously, we've all seen it. It looks amazing and I can't wait to pick a team. Well, you guys will pick a team for me. Then there's the development of the car. Obviously, it's only going to be like the chassis and the side ports and things like that. Nothing to do with the powertrain because it's frozen in real life and they've made it frozen in the game as well. Unfortunately, it will stay frozen in the game, but we're not on that at the moment. We are talking about the things that is in the game, and you will be able to develop and improve your car, like aerodynamics and things like that. And it seems like this part of the game is very nicely done and nicely into depth. So yeah. Then there's building and staffs. As we've seen, you can upgrade your facilities, refurbish your facilities, and it will give you bonuses. And staff like pit crew, the engineers and scouts and so on. Then there's getting fired if you don't achieve your goals and those kinds of things. Unfortunately, if you get fired, it's game over. But at least you can get fired. Then there's pit stop mistakes, which is a important part to have in the game. We see it all the time, almost every weekend some team have a pit stop error, so that's nice to have. Now some things that's not in the game or that is lacking some depth to it. The first one will be only 4 staff positions. That will be technical, chief, head of aerodynamics, and 2 racing engineers for your 2 drivers. I mean, this is a little bit lacking. I wish that there would have been engineers. Your engineering team would have staff and skills, and your pit crew maybe have some more, individual skills. I've made videos about this before, but yeah, so I wish there was just a little bit more. Then there's the contract proposal, which is a little bit lacking. There's not too much details and clauses and things you can have with a driver, which is unfortunate. And also drivers can sign mid-season anytime during the season, which is a bit bad. It's not a game-breaking thing, none of these really are, but it sucks that it's not a little bit more flushed out. So then it's the engineering team, scouting team, and pit crew. So this will only be a slider where you pick how many you want from 0 to 10 or 0 to how many ever. This is unfortunate. I wish, like I said, we had some more in that category. So then it's the engine suppliers. So we have the 4 engine suppliers, but the stats will stay the same throughout the entire season. Throughout the entire game. They will never change. Not the stats, not the cost, and this is unfortunate. I wish after like 26, the year 26, it will get lifted and you can start developing new engines, or you get some new engines or something like that. But remember, there's always next year. Then there's no sprint races. This is a small one. It's not gonna bother me too much. I wish that sprint races was in the game, but it's not, and it's fine. I can promise you guys we will see it in the future. Now what I think should have been added into the game, and let's hope for next year. Staff slots for pit crew and engineers. I've already talked about this in the video, but I hope in the future, in the next release or whatever, we get slots for individuals in those categories of the team or departments of the team: engineering, scouting, and pit crew. Then this one is a big one. Having an actual F2 and F3 season. You don't have to watch it. I don't need to see the cars, but I want to see the simulation of it. I want to see who's in the lead of the season, who's scoring good points, who's not finishing races. Just simulate the F2 and F3. Like I said, I don't have to even look at it. I just want to be able to see the stats of it and make my decisions on what drivers I want to pick. Now there are some more stuff, some small things, little things that doesn't matter too much, but I hope they add it in the future. I'm not going to mention it now because it's really not that important. So I think the game is going to be amazing. I think the game is going to be really good. I've said it in all of my previous videos. The game is going to be good. I honestly believe that. I just wanted to make this video to make sure that people don't get their expectations, or don't expect too much and it's not in the game and they think the game is bad because of it. Because I think the game is really going to be good as long as we understand that this is the first one, the first game, and the game is looking good. Now if you want to see all of these things that I've mentioned now going into more detail and things like that, click on this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.